Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the regular monthly meeting of the Board of Commissioners held for the purposes of transacting the general business of the township. Today's date is July the 13th, 2022. The meeting is being held in the Springfield Township building and is also being offered in a live streaming format that will be available on the township's website beginning tomorrow evening. Comments will not be accepted remotely, but instructions for submitting public comment in advance of tonight's meeting were provided as part of the posted agenda. Please stand and join the Board of Commissioners in a moment of silent reflection to honor the servicemen and women who placed themselves in harm's way in order to help preserve the safety at home and overseas. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to entertain a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting as written and recorded in the official minute book of the township. So that motion.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, please. Okay, yes, I'm sorry. I'm reading at the same time. My apologies. Thank you, Commissioners Rasmussen and Commissioners Maxwell. Please note.
Need to ask if there's any questions in that vote.
Any questions? Seeing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose, please signify by saying nay. Please record a unanimous vote. I want to make the announcement to please note the absence of our three commissioners, Commissioners Standish, Commissioners Wilsons, and Commissioners Lee, who are out on vacation this evening.
And that's why the vote is 4-0.
And that is why the vote is 4-0. Thank you, Mr. Solicitor. Okay, please, the Board of Commissioners concluded an executive session as part of their July 11th, 2022 workshop meeting to discuss one personnel issue and one real estate litigation matter. And this is one announcement from the Board of Commissioners. Approximately 2 weeks ago, the Board of Commissioners was made aware of lawn signage that was erected at a private residence in the Springfield in the township, expressing anti-Semitic and hateful political views. The signs were subsequently removed by another family member who continues to cooperate with the township in their continuous removal. Unfortunately, the First Amendment protects the speech of this nature and does not permit the township to take criminal actions without specific threats of violence. Nevertheless, the views were not in line with the beliefs of this board, nor do they reflect the Springfield Township's community. Indeed, as a signature of solidarity for the Jewish members of our community, many of the residents within the immediate neighborhood have chosen to place signage that encourage inclusiveness and peace. Anti-Semitism has been a long and ugly history in this world and in this country. This board stands steadfastly against it and all forms of racism, discrimination, and intolerance, and condemns the use of such hateful signage in the strongest terms possible. The board is now open to the public, is now open to comments from the public. The board draws particular attention to those items listed on the agenda this evening. Please be advised that once the committee reports begin, the board can no longer accept questions from the floor. At the conclusion of the committee reports, public comments will once again be accepted. However, official action on those issues listed on the agenda will have already taken place. Therefore, if you wish to comment on an agenda item, now would be the appropriate time. Seeing none, we will now move to our committee reports. I have a report, let me see, here's the report from. There's no report from it. Yeah, as the chairman of the Cultural Resources Committee, I have no report. We will now move to the chairman of the Community Development Committee, who is not here this evening. Therefore, I'll be reading the report of Commissioner Standish. We have a resolution number 1571, Land Development of LaSalle College High School. I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt resolution number 1571, a resolution granting preliminary / final land development approved for the LaSalle College High School David Center building addition. The subject of the plan is the construction of a 65,000 square foot classroom addition that will serve students with special learning needs. That is the motion. Do I have a second?
Second, it's a little bit, it's 6,500.
What did I say? 65,000?
Just didn't want to throw.
I stand corrected, 6,500. Please forgive me.
That's a nice addition.
And it would be a serious addition. Do I have a second on the corrections?
Second.
Are there any comments or questions concerning the motion? Seeing or hearing none, what is the vote for this evening on that? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose, please record a unanimous vote of 4-0.
Good job.
Thank you so much.
It is with mixed emotion that the Board of Commissioners announces the planned retirement of Bob Gutowski as a member of the Springfield Township Planning Commission. Mr. Gutowski was appointed to the Planning Commission in May of 1998, and for a majority of those years was elected by his fellow members to serve as its chair. Mr. Gutowski has announced that his final meeting as a member of the Planning Commission will be on September the 20th, 2022. The Board of Commissioners thanks Mr. Gutowski for contributing his time and talents to the Springfield Township community for the last 24 years. With the planned retirement of Mr. Gutowski, there will exist a vacancy as a member of the Springfield Township Planning Commission. Springfield Township residents who are interested in serving as a member of the Planning Commission are encouraged to send a letter of interest or resume to the attention of Michael Taylor, Township Manager, 1510 Paper Mill Road, Winmore, PA, 19038, or email mtaylor@springfieldmonco.org. That is the conclusion of the report for the Community Development Committee. We will now move on to the report from the chairman of the Environmental Resources Committee, Commissioner Wilson, who was not present. Therefore, I believe Commissioner Ransavold will be presenting his report. Commissioner Ransavold, the floor is yours.
Sure. First is the recycling report. Thank you, Mr. President. First is the recycling report. Please announce that during the month of June 2022, Springfield Township residents recycled 204.08 tons of materials with a household participation rate of 66.3%. The net cost for the month was $10,412.18. Next, I have a motion. I move that the Board of Commissioners appoint Martin Ryan of Erdenheim to serve as an alternate member of the Springfield Township Environmental Advisory Commission. Associate members do not have voting privileges, but are encouraged to attend and participate in all meetings of the commission and assist with educational programs, research, and special projects. That is my motion.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those that oppose, Please record a unanimous 4-0 vote.
I have one additional motion here. I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the award of a professional services contract to Practical Energy Solutions of Westchester, PA, to conduct an energy operational assessment of the police administration and library buildings in order to identify opportunities to reduce energy consumption and associated expenses. The cost of the study is not to exceed $4,500. That is my motion.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those that oppose, please record a unanimous 4-0 vote.
And that concludes the report of the Environmental Resources Committee.
Thank you, Commissioner Razavall. We will now move to the Chair of Public Works and Facilities Committee, Commissioner Michael Maxwell.
Thank you. I have four motions this evening. First one is for 1725 Walnut Avenue. I move that the Board of Commissioners award a professional services contract to Pannoni Associates of Haddon Heights, New Jersey, to oversee environmental building abatement and demolition activities at the former Tank Car Corporation of America site, 1725 Walnut Avenue, Orland. The scope of work will include the preparation of bid specifications for the abatement of hazardous building materials and the demolition of 4 on-site structures, as well as the inspection, documentation, and oversight of all work to be performed by contractors that will be selected via a competitive bid process at a future date. The cost of the work is $24,500 and was the lowest proposal received. That is my motion.
A motion has been made. Do I hear a second to that motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those that are opposed, please record a unanimous 4-0 vote.
Next item is resolution number 1572, Montgomery County Transportation Program. I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt a resolution number 1572, a resolution authorizing an application to the Montgomery County Transportation Program to mill and resurface specified township streets. The total cost of the work is $156,474, of which $125,179 is requested from Montgomery County, together with a local match in the amount of $31,295. The Montgomery County Transportation Program is funded via a $5 fee that is added to the annual renewal fee for each vehicle registered in Montgomery County. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Seeing none, all those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those that oppose, please record a unanimous 4-0 vote.
The next item is the Paper Mill Run Stream Bank Stabilization. I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the advertisement of bids for the stabilization of stream banks along the Paper Mill Run in the 8800 block of Carlisle Road, Winmore, and within Cisco Park, Erdenheim. The work is to be funded utilizing public disaster assistance grants that have been obtained by the township for damages sustained as a result of Tropical Storm Ida in September 2021. That is my motion.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Is there any questions or concern on the motion? Seeing none, all those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, please say nay. Hearing none, please record a unanimous 4-0 vote.
My last item is for the Shade Tree Commission. I move that the Board of Commissioners reappoint Edward H. Ted Bell to a new 3-year term of service as a member of the Springfield Township Shade Tree Commission. Mr. Bell's new term of service shall expire on July 13th, 2025. That is my motion.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Seeing none, all those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those that are opposed, please say nay. Please, hearing none, please, I'm sorry. Please record a unanimous 4-0 vote.
That concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you, Commissioner Maxwell. We will now move on to the Chairman, Administration, Physical Affairs, and Zoning Committee Chair, Commissioner Jonathan Cobb.
Thank you, Mr. President. And before I get into my reports, if you could just indulge me in one thing, going back to the Walnut Avenue motion. Can I ask Township Management if we can, I know it's wonky and it's not going to have, too much informative updates, but can we just include information on that bid process and kind of the scope of that work on the website for the tank car update page, or kind of just to kind of continue to put as much information on that page as possible? Again, I know it's not going to be really substantive in terms of its information, but if we can do that, that'd be great.
Sure.
Yeah, we can put an update that we awarded a contract this evening, and that the next steps would be the preparation of the bid specifications.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. So with that, I move that the Board of Commissioners approve the June check reconciliation in the amount of $320,273.83 and the July bill listing in the amount of $976,312.81. That's my motion.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns to the motion? Seeing none, all those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those that oppose, please record a unanimous 4-0 vote.
All right, my next motion regarding the compensation and reimbursement agreement with our tax collector. I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the execution of an agreement with Joel Kleiman, tax collector, to memorialize the compensation received, pay schedule, and reimbursement of office expenses associated with the tax collector's position. Under the terms of the agreement, Ms. Kleiman will receive a $10,000 salary as established by the Pennsylvania First Class Township Code, 1.2% of the total amount of refuse fees collected during the calendar year, and the reimbursement of actual expenditures necessary to perform those duties. And that's my motion.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second to it?
Second.
All right, there has been a second. Are there any concerns or questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those that oppose, say nay. Please record a unanimous 4-0 vote.
Great. Next, this is regarding a lease purchase agreement. I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the execution of a 36-month lease purchase agreement with Univest Bank Municipal Capital Finance for the replacement of 2 multifunction printer, scanner, copier, fax machines, and a postage meter. The total payments is going to be $20,836.72. All equipment will be purchased utilizing the Pennsylvania Department of General Services Cooperative Purchasing Program. Such is my motion.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Seeing none, all that are in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose, hearing none, no nays, please record a unanimous 4-0 vote.
Sounds like a good machine. Finally, regarding the zoning hearing board agenda for the month of July. The Springfield Township Zoning Hearing Board will meet next on Monday, July 25th at 7 p.m. within the Springfield Township building, in which they will hear the following applications. Starting with the application of William and Kathy Murphy, owners of a vacant lot on Carlton Way, located in the A residential district of Ward 6 of Springfield Township. The applicants request the following relief to construct a single-family dwelling with attached garage and rear deck on the property. In appeal of the zoning officer's determination that regulations for areas with steep slopes is applicable to the development of the property based on the approved and recorded subdivision plan, or in the alternative of variance to permit more than 40% of the total lot area to be regraded. And finally, a variance for front yards to permit a 30-foot front yard setback rather than the required 40-foot. The second application is for Zachary and Christine Krager, owners of the property located at 508 Orland Mill Road in Orland. The applicants have requested a dimensional special exception to allow for the construction of a 286 square foot single-story addition to the side of the home that will reduce the side yard setback to 0 feet and have an aggregate side yard dimension of 10 feet. The property is required to maintain one side yard of at least 10 feet and have 2 side yards totaling a minimum of 25 feet. And the applicants have requested a dimensional special exception based on the property having 60 feet of street frontage. The property is zoned within the B residential district of Ward 3 of Springfield Township. The next application is from Deepta Hirmuth, owners of the property located at 8100 Douglas Road in Winmore. The applicant has requested a dimensional variance to allow for the construction of an 803 square foot addition to the Douglas Road facade of the home that will reduce the required 40-foot front yard to 22 feet in depth. The applicant has requested dimensional variance, and the property is zoned within the A residential district of Ward 2. The next application, it's going to be a busy month for the zoning hearing board. The next application is for Jessica Lynch and Paul Severin, owners of the property located at 1203 St. Clair Road in Orland. The applicant has requested a dimensional variance to allow for the construction of an addition to the side of the home that will reduce the required 10-foot side yard to 7 feet, 3.75 inches in depth, and reduce the aggregate side yard setback from the required 25 feet to 21 feet, 10.25 inches in depth. The applicant has requested dimensional variance, and this property is zoned within the B residential district of Ward 3. And finally, final application is from Amy and Joshua Rothstein, owners of the property located at 7700 Orchard Way in Winmore. The applicants have requested a dimensional variance to allow for a 6-foot fence to be installed 3 feet from the property line adjoining Mermaid Lane instead of the required 15-foot setback. The applicants have requested a dimensional variance, and this property is zoned within the B residential district of Ward 5. So finally, those 5 applications will be heard on Monday, July 25th at 7 p.m. in this room. And that is my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Cobb. The chairman for our Public Safety Committee, Commissioner James Lee, is not present this evening. Therefore, his report will be given by Commissioner Michael Maxwell.
Thank you. 2 items this evening. First one is for fireworks display. I move that the Board of Commissioners waive section 3303.112 of the Springfield Township Fire Prevention Code in order that the North Hills Country Club may conduct a professional fireworks display on Sunday evening, September 4th, 2022 at approximately 8:15 p.m. as part of the club's annual Labor Day celebration. The approval is conditioned upon the following. 1, the pyrotechnical firm in North Hills Country Club shall add Springfield Township as an additional insured on their certificates of insurance for the event. And 2, the pyrotechnical firm and the North Hills Country Club shall work closely with the Springfield Township Fire Marshal and Orland Fire Company to help prevent an accident and to create a plan of action in the event that an accident does occur during the activity. That is my motion.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concern on the motions?
I have one question. Do we post on the website when the fireworks shows are?
We do.
Okay.
We do have a fireworks page for that.
Any other additional questions or concerns?
And I actually just want to commend you on the fireworks page because it's inclusive of the surrounding area as well, not just Springfield. So it is useful.
I cannot take any credit for that. That was entirely Mr. Ford and Ms. Courtly who put that together.
Thank you.
Any additional comments or concerns? Hearing none, all those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those that oppose, please record a unanimous 4-0 vote.
The next item is National Night Out. National Night Out is an annual community building campaign that enhances the relationship between neighbors and law enforcement while bringing a true sense of community. It's a chance to bring neighborhoods together with the men and women who protect them. National Night Out promotes the police community partnership and camaraderie to make our township a better and safer place to live. The Springfield Township Police Department will celebrate National Night Out on Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022, from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Springfield Township Municipal Campus, 1510 Paper Mill Road, Winmore. Bring the family out and enjoy a great night filled with fun, games, and entertainment. Meet police officers and other first responders from the Springfield Township Police Department, local fire companies, and ambulance association. Police cars, fire trucks, and ambulance and other vehicles will be on display. There will be food, giveaways, demonstrations, and much more. And don't miss your chance to sink a police officer in the dunk tank. In the spirit of National Night Out, please consider walking to the event if you are physically capable to do so. That concludes the report for public safety.
Thank you, Commissioner Maxwell. We will now hear our report from the chairman of our Parks and Recreational Resources Committee, Commissioner Susanna Retzeval.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have a motion and an announcement. First, the motion. On Thursday, June 30th, 2022, bids were received for the Beischer Fields ADA Improvements Project. The scope of work for the project includes the construction of 3 ADA compliant parking spaces and the application of 2 layers of asphalt macadam over an existing stone path. The 2 bids that were received for the work exceeded the township's budget due to the high cost of petroleum-based products utilized for paving activities. Accordingly, township staff has recommended the rejection of all bids received and to rebid the project this winter for completion next spring. Therefore, I move that the board reject all bids received on June 30th, 2022 for the Beischer Fields ADA Improvements Project and authorize township staff to re-advertise the project for completion prior to the 2023 spring baseball season. That is my motion.
We have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion?
So I had a question on this. And I guess my concern, my one question is, what happens if prices only continue to go up? And I think we're hoping that prices will be lower in the late fall, early winter, but what happens if they're significantly higher? Does the project get pushed off?
Well, we'll have to reevaluate at that time,
But we do feel that at this time, these prices, these bids that we received are too high.
Yeah, we do. We do. We think we're paying a premium for it.
Okay.
Because of the cost right now.
Any additional questions or concerns? And all of those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose,
Nay.
please record a 3-1 vote.
The last thing on our agenda here is that the Board of Commissioners was recently informed that Sarah Hughes has found it necessary, unfortunately, to resign as a member of the Springfield Township Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee. The board thanks Ms. Hughes for contributing her time and talents to the Springfield Township community. With that resignation, there presently exists a vacancy as a member of the Springfield Township Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee. Springfield Township residents who are interested in serving as a member of the advisory committee are encouraged to send a letter of interest or resume or both to the attention of Michael Taylor, Township Manager, 1510 Paper Mill Road in Winmore, 19038, or email mtaylor@springfieldmonco.org. That is my announcement. And a quick question, do you have a deadline on any of that?
No, there's no deadline.
So
It'll be
probably
open
open
until
for-
filled by this board.
And same with presumably the planning.
Correct.
And that concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Commissioner Rasserfeld. The board is now once again opening up the floor to receive public comment. Please don't everyone rush up at once. All right, seeing none, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting. That is my motion.
Second.
All those that are in favor, please signify, please signify by saying aye. All those that oppose. Thank you. That adjourns our meeting for this evening.